Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. It is a December-January update. Let's get right into it. I have a lot to tell you. First, guess what? We finally took down all of our indoor Christmas decorations. Yes, I'm wearing an old thrift store Christmas sweatshirt. Why do you say? Number one, it's cold outside, for Texas that is. And number two, it's like the most comfortable sweatshirt I own, and I just love wearing it. It's the best $2 I think I've ever spent. So there's something frugal to start the video out. First, I always love to start off with entertainment. I have to tell you guys this, for those of you that love to read. Okay, a lot of books I read, and I read about 120 books last year. I'm going to give most of them a 3 out of 5. Almost all books probably get a 3 out of 5, okay? Very few books get a 5. I'm going to say almost none. The Silent Patient definitely got a 5. I read that in like 2020. Probably the best book. This book that I'm about to tell you gets 5 stars. I don't think I've given any book 5 stars since The Silent Patient 3 years ago when I read it. Okay, 3 or 4 years ago. Okay, this book is called The Wife Upstairs. There's actually 2 books, I think, called that by 2 different authors. But this is by Frida McFadden. It's called The Wife Upstairs. I won't go into all the details, but a woman goes and takes care of a woman that had a bad fall, and a whole story unravels about that, okay? Let me just say, there are so many twists and turns, especially the last 100 pages, that there were some really kind of scary parts, and it's very suspenseful. And even if you think you're done reading the book and that everything is resolved in the last chapter, you're wrong, because after the last chapter is the epilogue, as they call it. There's even more information there that you have to read. So you think you know what's going on, you got it figured out, and then you find out more, and then you're like, okay, now I got it figured out, and then you find out more. There's so many twists and turns. It is a page turner. You cannot put it down, and I would give it 5 stars. So it is called The Wife Upstairs by Frida McFadden. I really like this author. She also wrote a book called The Co-Worker. Excellent book. She gives really good character analysis. I highly recommend her. Let me know in the comments below, did any of you read that book? Or any of her books, or what you think of her. I really like her. Okay, next. I finally went to a movie. When I went to Phoenix, Arizona to visit my father, him and a friend of his, the 3 of us went out, and she took us out to a movie. The movie was excellent. It's called, the movie, and they also have a book, is called The Boys in the Boat. Really good movie, very family friendly. I highly recommend. So I'm going to start with that. Now on to some budget. I'm not going to tell you in this video, but watch out for Friday's video. We had an expense that I never expected to happen this year at all. It was a very large and unexpected expense, and I'll be telling you more and more over the next month how I'm going to handle paying for that. Because when I talk a big expense, I'm not talking a $2,000 or $3,000 expense. I'm talking a huge, big expense, okay, that came very unexpected. So wait till Friday to hear more about that. I'm making lots of budget changes, but I don't do anything fast. I'm making small, manageable budget changes to help make allowance for this. Okay, first thing that I am doing is, one rule that I think I'm going to make for myself is with Amazon. Now, it's not like I'm always shopping on Amazon, but I usually shop there once a month, spend about 50 bucks on things. As you guys know, I do surveys online and I do other things. And I do have a gift card from Amazon from earning things. What my goal is for 2024 is to only shop on Amazon if I have a gift card. That way I don't spend anything. Dollar Tree, I'm just going to be spending less money and going there less frequently unless I need something. For example, January, I haven't done anything with Amazon in terms of spending my own money or Dollar Tree. So that's a couple things that I'm planning on doing. I did go see my dad. That was an expense, but I felt like I wanted to do that. I hadn't seen him in a long time. I don't know when I will go again because I miss work while I go. So that kind of hurts the budget a little bit. But it is also important to see him. And he cannot really travel anymore that much. He's in good physical health, but his eyesight is not that great and he doesn't really feel comfortable. So I'm not sure about that. Okay. Now, a couple things that I'm very pleased about. I wrote down what my beginning weight was at the beginning of the year. I am a couple pounds down from that. I did gain a lot of my weight back from last year, but I didn't gain all of it, so that's good. This is where I'm doing really well. Number one, I am getting up to an alarm, and I'm getting up right away. I'm not just laying there when I get up and wasting time thinking. That's what's not always positive, is when people lay in bed before they go to bed or when they get up, and then a lot of times the negative thinking can happen. So if I have any of those situations, I read before I go to bed, and then also when I get up, even if I wake up before my alarm, which has been happening, I get up. I don't lay around and say, oh, I have another hour. I just say, forget it, I'm up. You know, because it's a waste of time just laying there, okay? Unless I'm going to read. Then I'll maybe read a little extra, because that is something I love to do, and it actually really, really relaxes me. So these are the positive things. I'm getting up to an alarm, and I'm not laying around, so I've got a better schedule. That's number one. Number two, the long run with Joel and Christy. I know many of you know and love them. I joined a walking challenge. I'm not saying every day I've done perfect, like that when I traveled to see my dad, I wasn't doing as well that week, but like this last week, in 7 days, I walked over 70,000 steps, which averaged out to over 10,000 steps a day, or not a day, but yeah, a day. And so that's over 70,000 for the week. If I get a phone call, I am walking and talking on the phone. So I don't just sit around at all. I am constantly walking and taking breaks to walk. I've done really well with that. Also, my goal this month was to not snack, after dinner. The issue is I'm eating dinner too late. So it hasn't been that helpful to me to do that. So I'm working on finishing my eating window earlier and also not snacking at night. I feel better going to bed with a lighter stomach. So doing that in the walking is definitely helping me, and getting up and having a schedule. So I feel like I'm building some good habits. I can always improve. And the way I'm jotting it down is I'm not beating myself up if I don't miss a day, but I'm working on, like, I think in February, oh, it's leap year this year, 29 days in February. So what I might do is say 25 of the 29 days, I want to make sure not to snack at night. 25 of the 29 days, want to make sure to get up to my alarm. That way, if I have one bad day, it's no big deal. You don't beat yourself up over it. It's really important when we do things, guys, that we don't beat ourselves up, because that keeps us stuck and that keeps us from moving forward. You know, if you are not successful in whatever you're doing and you're feeling discouraged, then tear up that goal list, rewrite it up, and start over again and do something that's more manageable for you. So I wanted to share that also. I'm going to tell you Friday, I'm going to show you what my major budget buster was this year that came up. And let's see what else. I think that is pretty much all I was going to tell you. I thought it was going to be longer, but I do want to do a shout out to a channel that I think you guys might like, and I'm going to link it. It's called Ed Collects. And why I like this channel is he does shorts. And let me know what you guys think of shorts. I actually really enjoy several of them. You can learn a lot in 1 minute. And what the shorts are the life and death of certain actors and actresses, and you get like a 1 minute biography. I think it's phenomenal. He definitely deserves a shout out, and let him know Money Mom sent you. But there's some really interesting ones on there. So let me know, guys, how are things going for you? How's your budget going? How's your health? How's your goals going? What's going on with you in your life? I always love to hear from you. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.